Hey, Skull Nation, you've arrived at Vikings Report, the space where purple passion beats strongest. Here you'll find breaking news, unfiltered opinion, and everything about our Minnesota Vikings. So come and give us a hand. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and come be part of this community that lives every play as if it were the last. Minnesota Vikings bolster defense by signing another Auburn linebacker, Austin Keys. The Minnesota Vikings continue to bolster their roster with young talent, and this time they have invested in yet another promising player from the Auburn Tigers football program. Linebacker Austin Keys is the franchise's newest signing, increasing to 4 the number of former Auburn players who will now seek a spot on the NFL team. In addition to Keys, the Vikings also signed linebacker Dorian Mausey, known for leading Auburn in tackles last season, explosive wide receiver Robert Lewis, and consistent punter Oscar Chapman. The move reinforces the relationship between Minnesota and the traditional Auburn college program, known for developing physical and disciplined players. Austin Keys joins the Vikings after a trajectory of resilience and evolution in college football. Starting his career at Ole Miss, Keys spent 3 seasons with the Rebels, although he was released from his redshirt in 2020. During his time there, he accumulated experience in 22 games, totaling 51 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and forcing and recovering a fumble. Seeking new scenery and more opportunities, Keys transferred to Auburn, where he spent his final 2 years of eligibility. Wearing a Tigers uniform, he participated in 20 more games, recording 69 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 4 pass deflections, and a forced fumble. Throughout his college career, Keys put up solid numbers. 42 games played, 120 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, 4 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. Despite his credentials, Keys will have a tough road ahead in Minnesota. With the conclusion of the 2025 NFL Draft and the intense undrafted signing window, the Vikings linebacker group has become even more competitive. The defense already features established names like Jonathan Greenard, Blake Cashman, and Andrew Van Ginkel, players who are emerging as undisputed starters for the upcoming season. For Keys, the challenge will be twofold. Not only will he need to impress the coaching staff in practice and in limited OTA opportunities, but he will also be competing directly with his former teammate Dorian Mausey, who has a reputation as a ball magnet, who is always present on the defensive playmaking front. With the battle for third-string reserves intense and roster spots even more competitive, one option for Keys could be to earn a spot on the practice squad, an increasingly valued platform for young players to develop their skills and eventually earn a shot on the main roster. The next few months will be crucial. The OTAs, followed by training camp, will serve as a stage for Keys to prove his worth, showcase his sharp defensive instincts, and, who knows, secure his place in the NFL. There is no doubt about one thing: the Minnesota Vikings are aware and willing to invest in raw talent. Now, it is up to Austin Keys to turn that opportunity into a reality. Minnesota Vikings in advanced talks to sign RB Cam Akers, says Adam Schefter. The hearts of purple and gold fans can start to race. According to information gathered by renowned journalist Adam Schefter from ESPN, the Minnesota Vikings are in advanced negotiations to acquire running back Cam Akers, a free agent who promises to further strengthen the team's backfield. The talks, which began discreetly behind the scenes in recent days, have gained momentum and are now close to a positive outcome. According to Schefter, the Vikings and Akers are discussing a contract that would initially last 2 years, with the possibility of an extension based on performance. The figures have not yet been officially released, but internal sources indicate that the total value of the agreement could reach $8 million, including performance bonuses and productivity clauses. For fans who closely follow the team's trajectory, the possible arrival of Akers represents more than just a technical addition. It is a strategic move, loaded with symbolism and hope. After a shaky start to the season and the search for greater consistency in the running game, the front office, led by Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, made it clear that it is willing to act aggressively to keep the Vikings competitive in the NFC North. Cam Akers, 24, was originally drafted in the second round of the 2020 NFL Draft by the Los Angeles Rams. Talented and resilient, Akers showed flashes of brilliance, particularly in the 2021 playoffs, where he was a key player in the Rams' run to the Super Bowl LVI title. However, a serious Achilles tendon injury in July 2021 and subsequent physical challenges limited his impact in subsequent seasons. Now, free on the market, Akers is looking for a new home where he can return to his best form and prove that he can still be one of the top running backs in the league. Minnesota seems to be the perfect environment for this resurrection. Head coach Kevin O'Connell's offense demands versatility and intelligence from its runners, two qualities Akers has in spades. Familiar with zone blocking and quick gap reading, he would fit naturally into the Vikings' game plan, also offering ability as a receiver out of the backfield. Furthermore, Akers' arrival would add vital depth to a position that, while boasting promising youngsters, is still searching for a solid reference since the departure of Dalvin Cook. Akers would bring not only skill, but also playoff experience and a winning spirit, key attributes for a team with legitimate postseason aspirations. As soon as Adam Schefter posted the information on his social media on Monday morning, Vikings fans reacted with enthusiasm. Several fans celebrated the chance to see Akers at US Bank Stadium wearing the purple jersey. Comments like, "That's the missing piece," and "Welcome Cam Akers a skull," dominated the timelines. The feeling of optimism is understandable. Akers represents not only a technical reinforcement, but also a shot in the arm for a team looking for a strong identity in 2025. Sources close to the negotiations say the deal could be made official this week if routine medical examinations are completed without setbacks. The technical committee would have already spoken directly with Akers, discussing the usage plan and mutual expectations. If the signing goes through, Akers is expected to be available to quickly join training and prepare to make his debut in May. For Vikings fans, the potential arrival of Cam Akers isn't just another signing. It's an indication that the franchise is thinking big. It's about rebuilding intelligently, taking advantage of market opportunities and betting on talents that have everything to flourish on Viking soil. If Cam Akers can recapture his best form in Minnesota, the Vikings offense could take on a new dimension. A solid running game will open up the talents of Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and others, while also providing more support for up-and-coming quarterback J.J. McCarthy. The sky's the limit, and for Vikings fans, the dream of seeing the team shine again in January seems a little closer. Call Vikings Nation.